Hello! Welcome to the Untidy Artist. Today we're going to make a satin singed hair flower. I've got my lovely assistant Halo sprawled out on my craft desk, ready to go. He's a good helper. Let's grab our supplies. So you'll need some poly satin fabric, some scissors, a glue gun and glue sticks, matches and a candle, and then some seed beads for the center. I'm also going to be using a Swarovski crystal in the center of one of these as well. So take your fabric and you're going to start cutting it in some squares. I decided to make my first square be about 3 by 3 inches. The lovely thing about this tutorial is that none of this has to be perfect. So I'm going to cut a total of 7 squares, and each square is going to be just slightly smaller. So I cut them down each about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch smaller than the one I cut prior. And then you're going to take each one and round off the edges to create a circle. Once again, it does not have to be perfect at all. So you can see I'm just trimming these down to circles and they fit nicely inside of each other. Now with the fabric, I get my fabric, I got this I think at Hobby Lobby. I got 1/4 yard of it and I think it was $1.25 maybe. But you can also use just scrap pieces of fabric, satin ribbon you could cut into circles if you wanted. And the reason you want to use the poly satin is when you hold it up against the side of the flame, you'll see it does melt the edges and kind of singe them, make them curl up a little bit. So now we're just going to take our circles right side up. You can see that's the back of the fabric. This is the top, the shiny side. And we're going to hold it up gently to the side of the candle. And if you just kind of turn it a little bit as you hold it up against the flame, it's just going to barely melt the edges, so the edges won't fray. It'll just singe and make them a little bit darker and kind of make them curl up like the petals of a flower. So we've got our first circle, and then you just go through all of the little circles, melting the edges to give them that singed look. Okay, so once you have all of your petals melted, you're going to assemble your flower. So take the biggest petal, and you're just going to put a small dab of glue from your glue gun in the middle and press down the next layer right on top of that. And you'll see that I'm doing these all face up, so the shiny side of the satin is facing up. Another fun thing you can do once you try this a couple times, I like to sometimes mix up the fabrics and use different colors, or use sheer layers in between sometimes is kind of fun. So with the yellow flower, I decided I wanted to use some Swarovski crystals, and I'm slightly obsessed with crystals. It's kind of a problem. I got these for one of my daughter's dance costumes and thought it would be fun to maybe use one of these in the center. So these are super sparkly. They're a little more pricey. I think they're totally worth it because they're so pretty. But I've also used just crystals from the craft store. I'm also going to show you how to do one with seed beads. So you just take some glue. You're going to put a considerable amount in the middle, make sure it's kind of in a perfect circle there, and then pour some seed beads down on top of it and gently press the seed beads down. And then I usually wait for about a minute and let it set up, and then you're just going to take your seed beads, dump them off, put them back in the container, and I kind of tap off any of the extra beads that may have not stuck to the glue, and it gives you this really pretty center. So here's a pink and white flower, and you can see I alternated the colors on this one. And I'm going to take a little piece, it's actually a piece I cut off of a boa, a feather boa, and a little piece of green sparkly tulle and a little piece of Russian netting. And you can see you can just make a cute little hair accessory with that, throw a clip on it, put it on a headband, and you can see, ta-da, there's our finished product, the yellow one with the crystal and our white one with the seed beads. Super easy. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them in the comments below. You can show your support by subscribing. Just click here and follow the link through to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.